A crazy weekend in college basketball, specifically the top 25. I hate that Kentucky lost yesterday, but I still got hope. Now, here's the situation for this being such a crazy weekend. If you don't already know, the top 25 teams that lost this weekend was UConn, Marquette, Tennessee, Oregon, Iowa State, and Gonzaga, including Kentucky. Now, what you might not understand is that out of all those teams that lost, Oregon's number 13. Oregon lost to a number 17 team in Purdue. Kentucky was the only team that really lost to a perennial contender for a national title all weekend long. So while people want to start saying that, oh, Kentucky got beat at home, they couldn't beat Alabama, they just couldn't get it done, don't lose your hope over Kentucky being any good this year. Kentucky's a solid team. How many teams out there would love to be 4-1 right now against teams that we played? Kentucky is good. Now, people's been talking about maybe Coach Pope ain't the guy for the job. That is the most ludicrous thing that somebody can say at a time like this, just because we lose to what people think could be Alabama, could be in the national title game this year and possibly win the national title this year. And they only beat us by 5 points. And they shot 14 more rebounds than we shot. My spirits are high. Now, when Kentucky loses, we all have a bad day. We understand that. We all have that moment where we just say, if we would have did this, we would have did this, we maybe hit a couple more free throws, rebounded a little bit more, then maybe we could have won that ball game. But at the end of the day, we took the number 4 team down to the wire. And they gave up. Look, someone said Kentucky gave up another 100 points at home. Well, we put up 97. So if you're going to throw up that Kentucky gave up 100 points at home, then Alabama, a team that can win a national title, they gave up 97 points. So how do you say 3 more points is that bad for Kentucky for giving up 100 points at home? Man, I'm excited. And when I look at numbers like that, and when I go and I dissect and I really see what's going on in college basketball, I get excited. Who in the world thought Vanderbilt was going to beat Tennessee yesterday? Nobody. Who in the thought that Gonzaga was going to lose yesterday? Nobody. So let's be real about what's going on with Kentucky basketball. Coach Pope and staff and players. And look, Butler was hurt. Carr was hurt. Robinson didn't have the best day. We got a double-double out of Williams, which he's improving. People might not like him, but I like the growth that he's having. I like the growth that he's having. I like that I hate to use this word, but he's coming into his own in the SEC. And he's going to get better and better and better. And you can see he's getting more physical. Once we find a way to bring Garrison along, and Garrison's doing good. I'm not here to try to bash any players because collectively, as a team, Perry didn't have the best game yesterday. Perry only was on the floor for maybe just a couple of minutes yesterday. He didn't even come in and was able to give us he wasn't even able to really come in to give Butler a lot of rest yesterday. So I haven't looked at the minutes of how each player played yesterday, but these guys played a lot of minutes and we got in foul trouble. We was in foul trouble. And when you're in foul trouble, you can't play the way that you usually play. You just can't play that way. You playing timid. You can't touch nobody. Even if we looked at anybody the wrong way, we got a whistle called on us. It was just like that. But the first half, Alabama had all the penalties called on them. And second half, we had it. It just wasn't our day, and we just didn't get it done. But to have somebody already calling and saying Mark Pope is not the man for the job, man, that's absurd. Get the freak out of here, dude. Don't nobody want to hear that. He's the guy. He's the guy that's supposed to be here at Kentucky right here for this right period of time. And I'm happy to call Coach Pope my head coach of the Kentucky Wildcats. It's just like that, and that's the way that we got to keep it. Now, we put everything into perspective. We know what we're playing for right now. Kentucky's trying to get a double bye in the SEC. And no one said that this was going to be easy. We know it wasn't going to be easy. But believe me, we still got to go to Alabama. We still got to play them on our home court too. And we'll be ready. We'll be ready when that happens. Look on the bright side. We could beat Arkansas. We could beat Arkansas right now. They're horrible. Arkansas is horrible right now. So while we may sit back and we look at this and be like, well, we took a loss, and it's really, really positive because a lot of people are just like, you know what? It just wasn't our day today. We just didn't get it done. And I like hearing those kind of comments. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a realist like the rest of you guys. It's about being real. But also, we got to keep all of this into perspective. We can't just assume that Kentucky's going to go undefeated the whole time in the SEC. It's going to happen. Even for me, it hurts more to lose at home than it did to lose that game. I wanted to beat Alabama at home so bad. That's just me personally. It's okay. Like I tell the people all the time, it's okay to have your thoughts and your opinions. I don't mind. But when we start calling for coaches' heads and we start talking negative about, Coach Pope ain't ready for the moment, he can't do this, man, it's just like I look at people and I cringe. I cringe. Because that's just not fair. What we have done so far this year in college basketball is tremendous. People love it. The spirits are high. The fan base is into it. What more can we ask for? We'll get it next time. We'll get it. When we roll in to play Vandy, we'll be ready. We understand what's at stake. Absolutely. We'll be ready. And that's what's so sad. That's what's so important for us to keep our calm and keep our demeanor about the whole perspective of what's going on here at UK. Things are getting better. We're going to have setbacks. We understand that. But keep your eye on the prize and keep pushing. As a fan base, as a team, as a coaching staff, we keep moving. We don't stop because we lose a game to Alabama. Alabama's one of the best teams in the country. They probably going, let's see. So Alabama's probably going to move up to 3. Duke is going to move up to 2. And look at Auburn. Auburn went to Georgia and only won by 2 points. Come on, man. Look, UK is still very much in this race. Very much in this race right now. And that's what gives me that's what gives me the happy emotions. The ability to smile. Even in the face of a loss, it gives me the ability to smile because the best part of UK is still to come. And I hope everybody out there understands that. And I hope everybody out there wants to keep a mindset is that we can get them next time. We can get them next time. Let's go get them. We still got a lot of games to go in SEC. It's still time. Anything can happen. And it's still possible for us still to get a double bye in the SEC tournament. But to turn your back on them? Now, I don't personally know anybody that's turning their back on the Cats. I know people that are frustrated about how we played ball yesterday, and I get it. I get it. I sat here first and tell you, the free throws. We got to go out there and stop letting guys shoot the ball from across the world. But Alabama was just on fire yesterday. I don't care where they was at on the floor yesterday. They was hitting. They just was. And it's going to be nights that we are just like that. It's been nights that Kentucky's like that. And it's going to keep being nights like that Kentucky's going to be on fire in somebody else's house. And we're going to shut people down. So don't give up. Don't lose hope just because Kentucky lost to Alabama yesterday. It's okay. I don't care about where we fall in the ranks. I don't care where that happened. It does not matter to me where we fall in the rankings. Kentucky's going to be okay. And Kentucky still is going to make some serious noise in college basketball for the rest of the year moving forward. I feel like Coach Pope is like, we're going to get it together. I really believe that with all my heart. So go Cats, the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I appreciate it. Go Wildcats.